call for a garbage disposal that keeps running, and supposedly the lady bought a new switch for it, and her husband can't figure out how to put it in, so it might not be the right switch, might not even be, I don't know. I mean, so either we could change the switch out for the lady, or we're gonna have to get another garbage disposal for her. We'll find out when we get there. Hopefully I can take care of it for her. She seemed a little concerned about the price, so I don't know. Usually people start haggling about the price before you even get there. I usually don't go, but might be interesting. This is a new switch for sure for that model, right?
Yes. Took it with the number. Part number.
So,
it looks exactly like the old one.
yeah, it does. I'm gonna have to pull the garbage disposal though.
Yeah, I figured that.
Take it out and flip it upside down, see what we could get it on the ground here.
Yep.
Power's off. Sometimes it's good to pick your battles, I would say. That's disconnected. It should come down. Power's off. It's disconnected. To come off there. Wow. It seems a little crusty on there. Wow. It's really crusty on there.
Slide right off, huh?
Well, I should. Wow. Yeah, that should just swing right out of there, you know? I should not want to hear it so much. Wow. Wow. Crazy. Looks like that might have been leaking for a bit here. Bending my screwdriver. Yeah. I need to get a heavy duty one maybe. A little thicker screwdriver that's not going to break on me. Wow. Wow. I don't know.
You got your keys here?
Huh? Maybe I could just spin this thing and get to the connections or something. I'd like to get it down if I could. It should come down.
What is it? Held up by bolts?
No, I think you just spin right off there, guy, and it's not. It's just being difficult. It's corroded on there, so it's been leaking for a while. Wow. Flipping wow was right. Bending the shit out of it. It's never good. Maybe if I could grab it in a couple of spots and try to off there. There it comes. There it comes. Wow. You know when the plumber says wow, it's not good, right? I don't think I ever had one of these apart before.
Pretty corroded, huh?
Yeah. I mean, what do you got to lose? Either we change it or we there's the wire goes down right here. We can't replace it, we're gonna need to change it. One of the two, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I figured. That's why I ordered the part.
Water runs down there. I gotta take the top off, looks like.
Want to pull it out? Easier to work on?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. I gotta disconnect the wires anyway, so.
Let me get something to put it on.
I gotta disconnect the wires on the bottom anyway, so. Disconnect it and then I can get it out to work on it.
There's a towel there. You can put it on the towel.
What is it?
There's a towel there. You can put it on when you're gonna take it out of there.
The guy doesn't even have a connector on there. It's kind of scary. Could be that it's just all corroded from it being rusted. I've never seen one of those switches go bad before. It's a magnet switch.
Yeah.
What it is. Anything mechanical can break, right? At any time, so.
Got it.
Tell that to my truck. Yeah. It's always breaking down. Flipping truck from hell. Alright, so I've got the white and then the black is what goes through. Black and red seems to come down, but I don't know where that flipping red goes. Where it goes down. There we go. Alright. So we got the red that goes up to the yellow and then the black. So it goes, the power comes up, goes up to the switch and then back down. That's how it works. Alright. This one is something like this. You never know. Kind of complicated to change a switch.
Is it easy just to change the whole thing?
Would have been. Well, you already got the switch, so if we could change the switch and it works, you'd be good.
I'm a little concerned that it's corroded though.
Well, it was probably just this gasket for some reason. It was, you didn't notice it leaking or nothing? No?
No. Underneath me leaking? No.
No, you'd notice it if it was leaking. You'd see it on the ground there, right?
No. No leaking. We saw.
Flipping job. If I can even get it apart. So I can just take that one screw out, maybe. They don't make it easy to get it apart, do they?
You wouldn't happen to have one of these garbage disposals in your truck, would you?
Say that again?
You wouldn't happen to have a new garbage disposal in your truck, would you?
No. Well, I guess I'll have to take this cover off of here if I could get it off. There's an issue. You'd figure the thing would just take the bolts out and the thing would come apart, right? Nope. Oh, these fucking bottom things are all about. There it is. The strap on that bitch I had to take off, look like, maybe. Maybe. No? Wow. Can't get the thing apart, so we're gonna just change it out. Thing's been leaking anyway, so we're gonna put a new one in there. A new one right here. We'll swap it out. This thing's been leaking for a while. Really get it apart. I'll have to put a new one in there. That's all. See if I can even get it apart. It's all crusted, corroded. Wow. The other one was leaking from around the rim here, and that's why it got all rusted and corroded, you know, so.
So you put a new one in?
We'll put a brand new setup in there, and hopefully this one won't leak on you. That's out. Well, they don't give you much room for the electrical. Not giving you much room. White to white, black to black. Hopefully I can get this thing up there. Get it back together. Let me try to get my foot under it. Help me. Drain yet, so see what we're gonna do with that. Be a little different, looks like. Oh, like that. I'll have to get a compression one. A compression unit right in there and it'll be fine. Alright. Go like that. I'll cut a little bit off it. This one's lower, the other one was higher. This one, the other one jumped up with a. Luckily, I was able to do it. Luckily, the pitch looks good. Got lucky. Got lucky on that one. Just gotta do the garbage disposal and then I'll be done.
Making progress?
Yeah, I'm just hooking up my last connection. It worked out perfect.
A drink of water or
It worked out
Coke?
perfect, actually.
Coke or coffee or something?
Oh, I'm good.
What would you like?
After this job, I need something hard.
Something I can't give you beer and scotch.
Yeah, like scotch or whiskey.
I won't do that.
No, I'm only kidding.
Can't do that.
No, I'm only
I'll
kidding.
give you water or Coke or something you like.
I'm good.
Okay.
All set. I bring that stuff with me, water and whatnot.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Should work now, hopefully. Turn the power on and we'll see. Hopefully it don't leak. Brand new setup in there now, so shouldn't. And that's the gadget. Wow. It's a little different. I just want to fill it and then make sure it don't leak. You know, give it a good. How you doing? I gotta actually tighten it up because I didn't tighten it yet.
Okay, well the power's on, so.
Well, I know. I gotta just tighten this part because I had to be able to move it. Alright, it's tight now. We'll fill the sink and we'll dump it. It's quieter than the other one? Yeah.
I don't know how open it is.
Well, this is a different generation. I was able to get it to work.
Good.
Before the other one went over, then jumped up, and then this one I had to come straight out and change this adapter to make it work, but it's working. Thank God. It's one of those things. I mean, once you get into it, I mean, you're already into it. You can't leave the guy hanging. You got to fix it. You know.
Yep.
Got to finish it. Finish the job. Unfortunately, they're not all easy.
Well, that's why you're here. That's why you're doing it and not me. Right?
Oh yeah. I don't see anything leaking, so that's really good. Yeah, we changed the whole thing. The collar was leaking before down, and